xóm mình nhưng ban xa nơi miền muối cứ miền sạch chẳng hay gọi là cái nào cũng
My favorite thing about lichens is that they're always out there. So anytime you go on a walk, you go on a bike, go float the river, you can go out and collect lichens. You always see lichens. So lichens, they cover about 7% of the Earth's surface. Crusty lichens, big leafy macro lichens, hair lichens, big, huge lichens, and some lichens that grow really fast can grow up to 3 feet a year. And you got ones that grow really slowly and live for 10,000 years. As a photographer, when I'm out there poking around, I just see colors, I see shapes, and set them up and control the lighting. So historically, a lichen was assumed to be a union between a single species of fungus and a species of green algae. But when they come together, they form this unique structure, unlike the two individuals. The algae photosynthesizes, and the fungus produces the structure. And those two come together, and they live in places where the individual parts alone couldn't. And that's what we thought of lichens for the last 150 years. The study was accepted in Science magazine, and Toby, the main author of the paper, approached me and asked if I would do a photo for the cover.
This person, Toby Sprirbilla, walks in. I don't know what he said. "Hi, I'm Toby. I work on lichens." I said, "Please, sit down." And so Toby brought me this problem. He said, "Hey, look, these two lichens that were clearly different." But when we looked at their genes, they were exactly the same.
Native Americans used the edible horse
They
head.
knew that one was yellow because it contained an acid called volcanic acid, and they knew that that was toxic. We sort of left with this problem of they are different, but we don't see it. So what is it? That's the problem. One fungus, one algae, which is how it's taught in textbook. It's totally wrong. Absolutely wrong. What we found was that there was a third player, a separate, distantly related fungi that was an integral part of the symbiosis. It took us realizing that to change how we thought about the symbiosis in general. Looked for this additional partner from 6 different continents, and in every case we were finding it. It started as a small project in Montana between a couple of people with different backgrounds. It ended up as this global endeavor. So without the whole group working together, we never would have been able to study the organisms that have to work together. Sometimes big discoveries come from really simple questions. Here,
Do you see them? Look closely. There's at least 20 different species here. We're talking lichens. Although we often glaze over lichens when talking about biodiversity, their presence, usefulness, and impact on the environment is vast. But not everyone passes them by. Lichenology is for people who appreciate the little things in life.
My name is Troy McMullen. I work for the Canadian Museum of Nature in Ottawa, and I study lichens. Unfortunately, most people, when you ask what lichens are, they don't know.
Lichens are not a single organism, but 3 organisms functioning as a single stable unit. A complex life form comprised of a mutually beneficial partnership between fungi and algae.
They're very sensitive to air pollution, so they don't tend to occur in the cities very often. So more often than not, people have never really noticed the lichens because they don't see them in their own backyards, and so they're generally an underappreciated, lesser-known organism.
Here are just a few ways you might have underappreciated lichens. For one, lichens are an important contributor to nutrient cycling, supplying nitrogen to soil for plant growth. They also prevent erosion. When lichens grow on top of soil, they are, in turn, stabilizing it. Many insects use lichens for camouflage, like this debris-carrying lacewing larvae, and some animals even make their nests out of lichens, like this tropical ruby-throated hummingbird.
This is Usnea longissima, or Methuselah's beard lichen.
Humans have found numerous uses for them as well. Methuselah's beard lichen can be especially handy around the holidays.
This one you can tell because it grows in single strands, and it can grow several meters long. And it was the original Christmas tree tinsel. They wrapped it around the trees back in the day. But it's hypersensitive to air pollution, so it's been disappearing globally. And the last place that there's sort of a stronghold is the west coast of North America.
Ok, xong mơ slide bao nhiêu mấy? Ta quay tới chia cài, tới chia đi cài.